In this video, I'll be showing you how to name carboxylic acids. Okay. Now, don't forget that carboxylic acids are also called alkanoic acid. So we call them the carboxylic acids, or we call them alkanoic acids. All right. So these are the carboxylic acid, carboxylic, also called the alkanoic acid. Now, for the alkanoic acid, you can identify the homologous series called the carboxylic or alkanoic acid via the presence of the carboxyl group. The carboxyl group is what you have as this C double bonded to O, and then you have OH. This is written as C, then you have O, and then OH. So COOH. So when you have this, this becomes the functional group for the carboxylic or alkanoic acid. All right. But in this video, we'll be looking at how to name some of the compounds that fall under this homologous series. If you want to look at each of these compounds here, you can see COOH here, which is the carboxyl group. All right. It's called the carboxyl group. So when you have COOH, it's called the carboxyl group. Let me write that out. So COOH, this is called the carboxyl group. All right, this is the functional group for the carboxylic acid or the alkanoic acid. All right, so let's get this done. So for the first one, that you have this one here, CH3, CH2, 4, then COOH. For each of these compound, observe I have a COOH here, C double OH, same thing here. This one you have it twice, that's here and here, also here and here. You have it here and you have it here. So this is a proof that all of the compounds you have here are all from the alkanoic or the carboxylic group. Now let's name them one after the other. We'll take the first one here, CH3, CH24, then COOH. Number one, CH3, then you have CH2, this 4, then COOH, this. So how do you name this? Let's see. Just to confirm this is correct. Okay. So how do you name this compound here? Now, the first thing you want to observe is that this CH2, this molecule CH2 here occurs 4 times. So if you want to write out the formula, you have to write this out as CH3, that's CH3. You write out CH2 4 times. That becomes CH2 1, CH2 2, CH2 3, CH2 4. That's 4 times. Then add COOH. So this gives you COOH. So you have this. All right. So in naming this, how do you name this compound? Now we'll count the longest continuous carbon chain. That's always the rule when it comes to naming compound. You want to get the longest continuous carbon chain for this particular compound or compounds of this nature. That's for the carboxylic or the alkanoic acid. You start from the carbon bearing the OOH. That means in my numbering, I'll start from this part here. This is now carbon number 1, right? Because this is the carbon that bears the OOH. That's carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, then number 5, and then carbon number 6. Now, when we have 6, we said 6 is called what there? A hex. All right, that's a hex. Now, we know that this is from the alkanoic acid because of the possession of the carboxyl functional group. So that's an alkanoic acid. If we combine the names, this is a hex, 6 carbon, then an anoic acid. So combine these two, the compound is called hexanoic, that's hexanoic acid. So that's the name of the compound. It's called a hexanoic acid. So that's for the first compound there. Let's look at the second compound here. This one here. This having COOH at both ends. How do you name this? Number 2. So number 2, I have a compound here. HOOC, single bonded to CH2, single bonded to CH2, and then you have COOH. So how do you name a compound of this nature? Now, for a compound of this nature, where you have 2 carboxyl group, so here's your first carboxyl group, and here's your second carboxyl group. Now, when you have 2 carboxyl groups, especially at the extreme, to name a compound like this, you want to count the total number of carbon chains in a straight line, which is simply 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have four carbon compounds, and 4 is actually a but. So 4 gives me but, longest continuous carbon chain. Now for compounds of this nature having 2 carboxyl group, what you do is that you name it as an alkane. So 4 as an alkane, 4 carbon compounds as an alkane is called a butane. Now the next thing is that you want to observe that since I have 2 carboxyl group, you call it a dioic. That's it, right? It's called a dioic. Now when you combine the name, it becomes butane. This is called a butane dioic. Of course, it's an acid. So the name of the compound here is butane dioic acid. Okay, let's take the next one there. Number 3, which is this one here. Basically, same thing as carbon 2 as number 2, just that you have a double bond. Okay, of course, and of course, one hydrogen here and one hydrogen here. Let's try to name that. Number 3. So number 3, you have HOOC, single bonded to CH, double bonded to CH, and then you have COOH. All right, this is CH, COOH. All right, so how do you name a compound like this? Now, similar to question 2, you want to observe that you have 2 carboxyl group, that's this and this. So you have 2 carboxyl group, and that makes it a dioic. But now let's go with the rules. The first rule, or rule 1, is to get your longest continuous carbon chain. Longest continuous carbon chain gives you 1, 2, 3, and 4. So longest continuous carbon chain, I have 4. 4 gives you a but. Now, if you observe the pattern of naming the number 2, we said we'll take this as, for here, it was an alkane because I have just single bond. In this case here, looking at the functional group here, you see that I have a double bond, and that becomes a butene. So I have this as butene, no longer butane, because I have a double bond. So it becomes butene. Now, when you have a butene combining with a dioic due to 2 carboxyl group, and it's an acid, this is called butene. That's butene dioic acid. So I have butene dioic acid. So that's the name of this compound. Let's look at the next compound there, number 4. So here's for number 4, you have CH2, CH, you have CH2, 2, then COOH. Let's name this compound. How do you name this compound? We'll take down number 4 there. So question number 4, you have CH2, right, double bonded to CH, single bonded to CH2, and then this is 2, and then COOH. How do you name this compound? First things first, I want to expand this compound. So let me expand this compound. If I expand this, this becomes CH2, CH2, double bonded to CH. I have CH2 occurring twice. So that becomes CH2 and then another CH2. So this gives you CH2 and then another CH2. So this is CH2 2 times as you have it here. All right, the next thing here after that would be COOH. So this combines with COOH. This is more like an expanded version of the question. So how do we name this particular question? What do we do? Now, this is a question where you have 2 functional groups. That's the carboxyl group showing alkanoic acid and then a double bond for an alkane. So between the carboxyl group, that's COOH, and the alkene having double bond, which of them takes priority? Now you want to notice that this one is different from the first question. Please, in the one we did earlier, number 3 here, you want to observe that I have 2 carboxyl group, that's 2 COOH, the first one and the second COOH. Meanwhile, in this case, I have just 1 COOH, that's this one here. That's 1 carboxyl group. So you have to be very observant with this. Now, if I have just 1 carboxyl group and then 1 alkene, which of them takes precedence? All right, which is the priority. In this case, the priority there is the alkanoic acid. That's the carboxyl group. That's a priority. In essence, I will name this as, or number this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is how I number this. All right, so I have 5. 5 gives me a pent. Right, 5 makes it a pent. Again, we want to say that this pent has a double bond there, and the double bond is attached to carbon 4, as you can see here. Double bond attached to carbon 4 first. That becomes a pentene. But in this case, where you have just one double bond and the carboxyl group, just one of this, you don't call this a pentene. Nope, you cancel the last E. So this is called a pentane, right? Pentane. To call this pentane, that's the first you do. Again, observe that the double bond, as we said earlier, is attached to carbon 4. So we want to show the position of the double bond. So it becomes 4 pentane. Pentane. Then to add the alkanoic acid, it becomes pentenoic acid. 4 pentenoic acid. So please take note of this, right? This 5 here was just me using the rule. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms. That's why you have the 5 pentane here. Don't confuse this with the 4. This 4 shows that the double bond is attached to carbon 4, as you can see. It becomes 4 pentane. Please note this pentane, all right? Not pentene, as in this case. You call the full name pentene or butene when you have 2 carboxyl group, as you can see here. But if it's just one carboxyl group, as in this case, we call it a pentane, not pentene. So this is called 4-pentenoic acid. That's for this question. Let's take a last one there. Question number 5, last one there. All right, so look at question number 5 here. CH, then C triple bonded to C, then you have CH2 twice, and then COOH. All right, how do you name this? CH2 twice, COOH. How do you name this? We have CH3 or CH, question number 5. We have CH single bonded to C, triple bonded to another carbon, then this into CH2 twice, and then you have COOH. All right, just to confirm that our question is correct. Yep. So if I want to, I could still put the hyphen here or not. Still the same thing. All right, so I have this. Again, your first task would be, as much as you can, get the expanded version. So starting from, okay, before then, this should be a CH3. Yeah, this should be a CH3. Confirm that. Yep. So please, there should be a 3 here. All right, that's what's correct. CH3. Okay, so let's get this done. From here, we want to expand this first. So we have this as CH3 single bonded to carbon, bearing the triple bond, then to carbon. You have CH2 twice. So that becomes this into CH2, the first one, and then CH2, the second one, and then COOH. COOH. So you have this. All right. Let's count this. So if you observe here, this has one carboxyl group, that's this, and one triple bond, that's one alkyne. So between the carboxyl group and the triple bond, which of them takes precedence? All right. The most important here, or the one that takes precedence, is the COOH. Again, the carboxyl group takes precedence, or is being considered more important, or is being prioritized over the triple bond. Now, in that case, I would have to number from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to observe that the triple bond is found or is attached to carbon 4 first. So that becomes 4 hyphen. You have 6 carbon atoms here. 6 is hex. So I have hex. Now hex shows you that you have 6 carbon atoms. Now showing your triple bond here. To show the triple bond here, we use ine. So usually this should have been a hexyne. Now hexyne tells you that you have a triple bond. But don't forget that we don't put the last E. So it's off. So we call this hexyne. Okay. Then to show the COOH there, the alkanoic acid is called hexynoic. Then you add the acid. So hexanoic acid. So this is called 4-hexynoic acid, right? 4-hexynoic acid. That's how you name this particular compound, all right? So let me give you some tasks, right? I'll give you a task there. You try to name the compound, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. All right, so you have 3 different questions here. Question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. I have already solved something similar in the video, all right? So if you understand the class, try to name each of this compound, right? Question 1, leave the answer in the comment section, the name of this compound, the IUPAC name of this compound in the comment section. Question 2, leave the IUPAC name in the comment section. Question 3, leave the answer there, and I will tell you if you're correct or not, all right? All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, do well to hit the like button. All right, like this video. Also, leave a comment. For the comment, I have given you a task. All right, solve it and leave your answer in the comment section. That's this one here, this question. Solve it and leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. If it's your first time here and you want to keep seeing our videos, all right, our video content, do well to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload new content. Then finally, do all to share this video to your friends so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.
Get more by joining our Organic Chemistry channel membership or visit www.jonimanual.com/courses and get the Organic Chemistry full course, both links in video description. Get more by joining our Organic Chemistry channel membership or visit www.jonimanual.com/courses and get the Organic Chemistry full course, both links in video description.